Hi, today we're going to talk about this, how to add some more particle effects while in pistol. In the previous video we have shown how to add some sparkles in a way to the tip of the muzzle, but we also want to add sparkles where the bullet hits the target. Plus we want to have what we call a tracer, meaning something that looks a bit like a laser that connects the tip of the muzzle where the sparkles are and the hit point where more sparkles are. We want this like bridging blue laser, okay? We call it the tracer. So how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, we have to go to the assets in the effects and get the weapon effect, metal impact. So the way it works is this. Here, prefabs, metal impact. So we're gonna pick it up, right? And when we expand it, we see that the hit effects that we want are actually here. And in particular, look at this. It's a sphere, right? Because it's like an example in a sense where the sparkle are applied to the surface of a sphere. Is there just to understand how this thing works or can be made to work. You see, all around. But what we really want it to hit only in one single spot, so we just detach this one here. Okay, we cannot do it because we have to open the prefab. So let's first of all pause it so it stops here. We right click on the parent object, prefab, and we say unpack. So now we can break it down. Okay, so this we just throw it away, we don't need it. This, that is what we cared about, well, that we are definitely gonna use, and in fact you see is already there, right, because I already done it. So like the pistol has the muzzle, under the muzzle flash, and the other one as well, so the hit effect is here. Okay, see, with all three sparks, dust, and decal. So this I don't need to do it again, otherwise I would simply drag and drop it onto the pistol. That's what I have to do, but we just eliminate it now because we already have it. And how do we configure it? Well, it's all explained in the instruction, but basically the position and these values, right? You have to be careful. For instance, this one is unchecked, this one is unchecked, and several other values may be different. Now the good news is it's all explained in here. The position, and by the way, is also reflected again in the screenshot, plus here you have all the values, all the checkboxes, exactly how they have to be. And then there are three more children, right? There is the spark, the dust, and the decal. And again, they all need to be adjusted a bit. So it tells you, number one, how the spark is supposed to be, positions and parameters, and then how the dust is supposed to be, position and parameters, and finally the decal, again, positions and parameters. It's all detailed in here. Now you can see it also in the video, but so that at the end of the day, what we get is something that you have probably already seen before if you have watched the previous videos. Otherwise, I'll show it to you right now. See, when it doesn't hit anything, the crosshair in the middle of the screen is just a circle, white circle, and then it has a white circle with a red dot. Then it means it is pointing at a target. In fact, if you remember, this cube has the target component in it. So we can start shooting in it. As you can see, there is the tracer. Okay, let me show you again. Okay, now it disappeared, so let's do it again. Okay, so while we are shooting, okay, as you can see, there is the sparkle on the tip of the muzzle of the gun, then the tracer, that is this blue line, and finally the sparkles, the dust, and the decals. Okay, so everything is in there. So far we have added only the sparkles and at the impact point. Then now here we learn how to make the tracer. The tracer is simply something that we do this. We say, okay, we want to essentially create a prefab that is a tracer. How do you do it? Right click, 3D sphere. We call it, no wait, this is actually not the sphere. Let me delete it. It's an empty game object. Create empty, I call it tracer. Then I have also to create a material that is explained in the instruction, and this explains also how these need to be configured. Again, they are explained also these numbers for the first color, the second color, exactly how it's supposed to be. And then this material, you drag and drop it onto here, so that now it doesn't seem to work, maybe because we had to add the tray renderer. B now is happy. Yeah, okay, now you cannot add the material to an empty object. I never even realized it. And now we add the material, tracer underscore material to the tracer. Is already, except this part, there are some things that need to change, like here and here. For instance, this is not 1, is 0.05, and so on. So as you can see, here it shows you the material, how it's supposed to be. It spells out what the parameters of the colors, the two colors are supposed to be, and then it tells you, position is 0011, and the value 005 here. All these values, this is unchecked, and then, by the way, this is the upper screenshot, and then there is the lower screenshot because it's a little deep. As you can see, most of it here is just the material, but there is a little bit here still. And once you are done with all of it, you can take this tracer and you drag and drop it onto the prefabs, right? Now, in this case, I don't need to do it because I already have it, and it's exactly that one, see? And then I'll delete this. Why do I do that? Well, of course, because I need to fill up all the fields in the pistol, right? The pistol that has the weapon component. So we already have these three scriptable objects taken from here, this and that. Let me highlight them. See, when I click them, they sparkle in here. Then the muzzle and the muzzle flash, these are all drag and dropped, right? The tracer that is in the project, notice that there is a game object, is a prefab. And then the hit effect, and then the hit point, that is the last thing we do. How do we make the hit point? Well, we go to main, we right click, and we say 3D object sphere. And as you can see, it is a sphere, 0, 0, 0, 0, except instead of being 1, 1, 1, is 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, so it's a little smaller. And also, see, cast shadows, I think by default is on. I disable it off because really there is no point. Then, of course, we need the material. So if you go to the materials, there is a pistol tracer, crosshair, hit point material. Okay, sorry. There you go, hit point material. Again, it's explained in the instruction, these values for the yellow and the red, what the values are supposed to be. And then, of course, you drag and drop it onto here so that it is using here. Again, everything is explained what is supposed to be. Once you have it, you can go here and you drag and drop it from here to there. And now they're all filled up. So once they are all filled up, you can click on main, overrides, apply as usual, right? And now save. You can also delete it at this point, right? And then you press play. what we have. We can even switch it this side. There you go. We can shoot. Yeah, destroyed. Okay, this is how it all works. Alright, now these last two videos were connected and both pretty large, but I hope this has clarified how everything is supposed to be set up. I even tried to show it to you directly, and if you follow the instructions, hopefully they are clear. There's plenty of screenshots. Let me know what you think. Thank you.